Okay, so academic faces backlash for pressing a 15-year-old to sleep with adults during a disturbing live stream on Twitch. Was it on Twitch? Mm-hmm. And this little young 50-year-old kid, I like the way he handled it. Mm-hmm. He was basically saying that, because academics were saying if the other guy would give you the opportunity to, it was a guy.
Yeah, to do something.
To do something to you in a very nasty type way, would you allow him to? And the kid no, because I'm heterosexual. Mm-hmm. Then he kept pushing it, and was like, what if he had a sister? It was like grown men online, and I had posted something about that too on it was on Tasha K page, and I posted I made a comment and I said it's crazy that people could talk. So this dude under my comment said, if you're gonna have smoke for academics, you should have smoke for all these older dudes on PlayStation when they be talking to these kids on PlayStation 2 and the stuff they say to do. Dude, I got a PlayStation 5. I ain't never. If I see a kid say what they saying when we're playing the game, I'll just keep it moving because that ain't how I operate. So people want to. That's the thing. People want to think because everybody operates a certain way, you operate that way too. And the thing is, people's moral compass is so messed up, and it's because of the things that we see online. Mm-hmm. I said social media really messed us up. And then we under the impression that there's a certain aggressive way for you to handle. And his explanation, when I was watching his explanation, this is how men handle that. It's a little kid. I am never. You have a son, right? Mm-hmm. And your son is 9 years old. Mm-hmm. My friend Anthony got kids, and they're young kids. I'm saying I've talked to y'all kids. I have other friends that have kids. Mm-hmm. There is no way in hell that I'm gonna be sitting there talking to your kids about sex. No. Mm-hmm. There's no way in hell. That should tell you in your head that I'm never going to be talking to somebody else's kid about.
Yeah, you gotta draw the line. You as an adult, you have to. You gotta
But when did that become okay?
Why would you even do that?
Yeah, when did that become okay? Where people be like, it's okay because it's a boy, and you don't talk to other people, kids about that stuff, man. That's weird to me. That's weird. So the good thing is most people are giving hell about it. Mm-hmm. So Twitch canceled him. Mm-hmm. It's different. Yeah, different. Did YouTube cancel him? But he's getting canceled different places because you can't carry yourself like that. You can't behave like that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, this is the thing about living in capitalism and living in America. People worship money, and they feel like because I'm making a lot of money, I should be able to do these things. Yeah. Forget what you think. I don't care about your moral compass because I make a lot of money. So I should be able to treat people like crap. I should be able to, because that sounds very Diddy Party-ish. When you telling some little boy online, and then there's other dudes in the background, and you gotta watch the video to see how the little kid handled it. He I am 15 years old. He's this is grooming. The little kid used the word grooming. He said,
because these kids nowadays they know the terminology, and they will check you.
Yeah, he was like, this is grooming. This is ridiculous. He was like, no. He's like, y'all understand I'm 15, and they it was just weird. And no, I just don't like his rebuttal and his comeback was, well, I'm going to cancel Casanat. I'm going to cancel all these other streamers. I don't want to deal with them no more because y'all ain't had my back. Dude, you grooming a little kid. You know what I'm saying? And then it all came back to money. Everything just go back to money. I'm rich. I should be able to groom people. And then the thing that kills me about it, he always want to talk this I'm Jamaican thing. He always want to talk to I'm Jamaican thing. And the one thing about ain't no Jamaican gonna be on there as far as the culture that I came from, gonna be on there talking to no little boy about sleeping with no other little boy.
Yeah, that's whack.
Or sleeping with a grown man. That's just not a Jamaican thing. If you wanna, if every time you get into an argument with somebody, you wanna talk about how Jamaican you are. What about that? What you about to say?
I don't pay attention to him. I don't too much care for him because I think that he's a clown anyway. What kind of messes me up, and I'm gonna probably call some people out, is like I know some people that watch him, and I have an issue with them watching him because like they'll watch him, but then they have problems with regular people that do the same thing he do. So I just think that's weird. But people need to realize when you are a public figure, when you're famous.
I used to watch it.
But you
remember, I stopped though. I stopped.
When you're a public, when you're a public figure and you're famous, you live by a different set of rules.
Yeah.
Some good, some bad, because you get you can't complain about the negative when you get the perks. You know, famous people get a lot of perks.
About the Breakfast Club, one thing Breakfast Club, y'all know Breakfast Club is one of my favorite shows. Y'all know Breakfast Club, I love Breakfast Club. But one thing I noticed about the Breakfast Club, because I saw them talk about the whole Akademiks thing, and I really didn't like I don't like now, I see it with the Breakfast Club, they were talking about Snoop Dogg and everything. Charlemagne, which is like, I've read all the Charlemagne books, I follow Breakfast Club, but I just noticed that when it comes to like celebrities, they always want to he starts to stare away from what needs to be discussed, like the wrongdoing. He stopped doing that. Well, what about regular people or what about other people? And I feel like that's payola type talk.
Yeah.
Where it's like you need to get these guests on, so you got to say these certain things.
You start filtering.
You know what I'm saying? They start filtering. Like I noticed that like other YouTubers, that do like real life TV, even Tasha K, they don't filter these stuff. That's why they don't want to go on with like radio because they don't want to filter their information because it becomes boring. Where you're starting to because you see like the Breakfast Club, which is one of my favorite shows. You see they have Angela Yee's gone, so now they have what's her name? Jess Hilarious.
Yeah.
And now they got the other girl on there because they saw that the other girl is more like Angela Yee, where she's like on top of her information, and Jess Hilarious is like back and forth. She's funny, but Jess Hilarious is not as well researched as the other girl, so they got to have that other girl on there to balance things. So they keep, they're like, well, when Angela was on there, Angela's not really that funny, so we need a funny female on there. So they're trying to reconstruct the show in a certain way. But I feel like Charlemagne is no longer Charlemagne himself. He's more like he has to be very political. Just like his the guy that he does a show with, what's his name? White guy. That was talking about talking about black women or talking about black women or whatever. It's kind of like I like Charlemagne, but he has to play a certain side now, and it makes me not really even want to watch the show no more because it's kind of I still watch it, but it makes me feel like
the more popular people get and their shows get, they have to water down things so that they don't offend the people.
But it's not really even watering down if somebody, because Jess Hilarious is she like what else? She like dude talking to little 50-year-old kids like that, and then Charlamagne up now, it's
so she's still keeping it real.
Yeah, she's still keeping it real, but it's kind of like he can't say certain things about certain celebrities because it seemed very money exchange-ish. It seemed very payola-ish. But go ahead.
Well, like I said, Akademiks is a clown anyway, especially all his antics. He's just a clown. I mean, clown behavior. But I'm about to say something, and I'm not trying to put blame on nobody. Especially, I'm not trying to put blame on this boy's parents, but as a parent, you have to be cognizant of what your child is doing as well. Because my son is online, my son is on the computer, but I pay attention to everything that my son does, and I always tell my son, I say, if I see you doing anything that you're not supposed to be doing or whatever.
Isn't he like an orphan or something like that?
Who?
Kid.
Oh, was it?
Or it's something to that state.
He is, I apologize.
It's something to that state where he's being taken care of by the other YouTuber because his parents is not so. Well, you probably thought it wasn't the situation because of how intelligent he sounds. He don't sound like no 15-year-old.
So he's under the care of one of the people.
It's something like that, or I don't know for sure. I'm gonna look it up, but
but even if that's I apologize if that's the case, but I mean, just as being a parent, you have to be. Because
that's alleged, because I don't know. I thought I saw something like that.
But even though you see these people, and these people are supposedly celebrities, they have
demons.
As we see with
dirt, they have stuff they dealing with.
We see with P. Diddy and there's skeletons in closets.
What's the conversation we had before she came? that I asked you that's like really crazy to me. There is so I don't think I can say the show, but there's so many people that's into doing stuff with kids.
Yeah.
I never in my life like I don't understand it because I don't deal with it.
And it's been going on for ages.
And that's what he said. He said it's been going on for ages, but it just hurt me to my heart.
Yeah,
to
that protect the kids.
That you don't understand. That you don't understand innocence. That you don't understand that let people grow into who they gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
find a consenting adult.
Yeah.
Like y'all can play and do all the stuff you want to do. Yeah. Find a consenting adult to play and do all this stuff. Leave the kids alone. Let them stay innocent and safe. And I always just pray that these kids have somebody protective around them that's gonna keep them safe. Because there's so many situations.
And then we have all these weirdos, all these stupid people that's so weird that's trying to make that a sexuality, like somebody wanting to be with a kid. It's just weird because that's trying to acknowledge that bad behavior shouldn't be looked at.
Yeah, and a lot of times we see these people, we think just because they have a certain type of status, fame, money, that they're not like that. And sometimes that status, money, and fame brings it out.
Yeah.
So.
Or they constantly looking for some way to thrill themselves even more. It's
with
like
a child though, that's kind of crazy.
I would never condone. Like I'm just saying. I'm not even talking about the kid part, but just like to a certain point, like they have all the money, the drugs don't get them high enough. It's just drugs. Like I ain't gonna say all celebrities, but different. They're looking for different highs, and they had the money to do all the thrill-seeking stuff. And at a certain point, it's just like some of them cross a line, and that is. You gotta protect the children, and
it's the drugs and alcohol. I think it's the drugs and alcohol.
I don't even try to understand it because it's not.
I can't understand that.
Because it's not for me to
understand.
I don't.
It's the way how God has separated you from that. Yeah. So you not understanding that. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for making me not want to understand that. Because and the thing about it too is these like drugs and alcohol have spirits in them. And they put different spirits in your body. I'm not saying everybody that drink, everybody
but if it excess.
But excess to things. Think about it. You eat too much. You eat the worst things. There's certain things that happen to you. So indulgence in things that are not indulgence in things that in excess, in a way of gluttony, actually has consequences.
Yeah, and power and status have a lot to do with it too, because you have these people that have this power and status, and you have these hanger-ons and people that that hang around them or whatever, and they too scared to really tell them about themselves because they're trying to get something out of it or whatever.
You see it time and time again with so many stories. It's like all the people around them that be bringing the stuff to them, and it's like, nah, like. You participating, unfortunately, in this bad behavior, and it's just like they just like you said, don't have enough people around them to tell them, like, nah, I'm not gonna participate in this. You shouldn't be doing this because they on the payroll, they getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
It's sad.
Yeah, society is sad.
And you can call me a hater or whatever, but I hope Akademiks get everything that he deserves, whatever is coming to him, and I don't like him anyway. So.
Yeah, I think that this whole story just really made me just look at him a whole different way. I never thought he was like a good person, but he was entertaining, and he always knew a lot. He knew a lot about like what was going on in celebrity life, but there's a lot of other people who are like what's going on in celebrity life. So, and he tried to sound tough, but yeah, follow, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all got anything else y'all want to say?
No.
Okay, we do want to thank you for coming on the show.
Absolutely, it's been fun.
We had a good time, and we're gonna edit this and we're gonna post it. We didn't get time to make your flyer, but we will make your flyer anyway. Because you said your picture's so late, so
you know what?
He threw you up under the bus.
Yeah, he did.
But she already knew she was gonna do the show because we've been knowing each other forever.
Yeah, and we talked about it so long ago, and I had it in my calendar, and I was like, yes, I'm there.
Yeah, so I already know, like, if she says she's gonna do something, she gonna do it.
Yep.
So follow, like, share, and subscribe, and we out. You about to take this picture. I'm about to go get the guy to take the picture.
Okay. So what's behind this wall? Is it something?